Hey guys, welcome back to another video. I've been reading my comments and people's been asking for UI, like what my UI add-on is and stuff. So today we're just going to be going over UI or add-ons and as well as macros because I've seen some people asking for those as well. So that's what we're doing today. Alright guys, so since I don't have many, I'm actually going to go over my add-ons real quick. Let's see here. I don't use much add-ons, but the ones I do use is Gladiator Losa. What that does is it basically has a lady telling me when a mage, like if I'm not on a mage, which you should probably be on mage most of the time, but maybe I'm not on the mage or something, and he's casting sheep. There's gonna be like a female voice say sheep, like warning me to stop that sheep. Or maybe a druid's casting cyclone, or it also works with like if a priest uses what is that the damage reduction. I'm brain farting right now, but pain sup. If the priest uses pain sup, it's gonna tell me that pain sup's up. It's gonna tell me bubbles up. It tells me if something big is happening and to watch out for it. And Gladius is just another frame for PvP that makes stuff a bit easier. Let's see, show. Well, it's not showing, is it? Let's see. Hold on, let's see. Gladius. Okay, I don't know how to get it, but anyway, it's just like another UI. Let's see here. Oh, okay, if I relog, I think I might show up. One second. Nah. Well, anyway, I'll just tell you what it does. When I'm in Arena, it is another UI that makes stuff a bit easier, and you can do whatever you want with it. I keep it right here in this area, so that way I can see like when druids are casting cyclone or whatever a little bit more easier because the regular frames are right here. Add-ons. Okay, so a lot of people ask about my UI, what makes it look shadowy, dark, and overall badass. It's Lordy UI. It's really cool. I always have this. I love it way more than original UI. I just love the like black, smooth looking color. But yeah, but that's all that does. And if you guys do get this add-on, if you want to use like the calendar and stuff, it doesn't show up here in the map button. So let's see. Right click is how you bring up your calendar. Your middle button, your scroll wheel, if you push that in, that's what brings up this little thingamabob. And this just does that. Because I had trouble with that when I first got it, didn't understand how to bring up calendar and shit. Recounts. Recount is just for PvE basically. And as well as the DBM, Daily Boss Mod, that's for PvE as well. Transmog roulette, that's really fun. I'll show you that later in the video, but before that, let's get into macros. Apply to my friend real quick. Alright, macros. I used to have a lot more macros before they gutted some DK abilities. So the first macros that I have is Dark Sim, and you do target arena 1, target arena 2, target arena 3, and then it has Dark Sim to steal abilities. So if you pay attention to the frames when you're in an actual arena, they'll be like stacked, you know, 1, 2, 3, and them actually count. So if you target arena 1, you're gonna target the one on top. Arena 2 is gonna be whoever's in the middle. 3 is gonna be on the bottom. And basically, I just use these macros to spell steal. So shift 1, 2, 3. That's what I have it on. Say druid's on the middle. He's casting cyclone. I want to steal it. I press Shift 2 and try to face towards them, steal it, get a cyclone, and then I just press Shift R when I target somebody to release it. These used to be my strangulate macros when it was just silence, when we had it. I haven't used these in a while because I have Asphyxiate now. But same thing, Arena 1, 2, 3, which I actually don't use these at all anymore, but this is a good macro. But there's only about 2 people I ever need to stun, so I just kind of use a modifier macro now for 2 people, my focus and my target. So I can like shift stun the healer to get a kill or whatever. This is just okay. So what I do with these is just it adds a little bit more damage, or at least it used to. I don't know if it still works that way, but I do it anyway. I actually learned this off of a DK called Hype Down, and basically you put your pet's melee abilities into your melee abilities. So when you're spamming your abilities, it will spam your pet's claw, and he's just hitting his bigger ability claw more often instead of auto attacking. You're constantly making him spam that. And I had it on Death Coil, Festering Strike, Scorch Strike, all that good stuff. Silence. My Mind Freeze is set for a Modifier Shift macro. Oh, 1 second, I got a message. Alright, we're back. Sorry about that. Anyway, what a Modifier Shift macro is when you hold Shift, you can actually do this with Control, Alt, and all kinds of stuff, but mine specifically is with Shift. If I was to press C, it would silence my main target. Let's see here. Set him focus, he can be my main target. If I was to just press C by itself, it would target this guy. But if I hold Shift C, it's gonna kick my focus. So watch. See there? So I could be hitting the DPS, whatever. He's almost dead. Next see healer casting a fat heal. Shift C, that dude's kicked, and this guy's dead. Let's see here. Same thing with the Asphyxiate macro I use. Where is that? Here it is. Choke. Basically, it's the same thing. I could be hitting the damage. Sometimes I will use it on the melee to get him off my healer or whatever. But most of the time I like to save it for setup. So say I'm like, oh, I'm bursting this guy here. It's his DPS. About to burst. The burst. I stun that guy, the healer, and then go to town on this guy and hopefully get a kill. Let's see here. And I do have a pet stun. Here it is. Gnaw. Basically, I use this as an interrupt, another interrupt. If I see a monk trying to get off Shayloon's gift or whatever that heals for shitloads, I have Gnaw 1, 2, and 3 target arena, and then this one is just right here in case I'm already targeting the healer or something. Then I just press Alt 4. But if, like I said, see him casting Shayloon's gift or whatever, depending on where he is on the frames, I'll press F1 through 3, and my pet is going to leap to the monk and gnaw him. The stun does not last long, so that's why I use it as a kick. So it annoys the shit out of him basically, and then if he tries casting it again, I have a focus grip macro. So I don't have, let's say I don't have a kick up, maybe the healer's too far away to cast or kick whatever he's doing. I can actually grip because they can't cast and move, so that will actually interrupt them too. I have that for when I was playing TSG, so they know when to shockwave or whatever for setups. Somebody's at my door, I'll be right back. Alright, we're back. Sorry about that. Anyway, what a modifier shift macro is when you hold shift, you can actually do this with control, alt, and all kinds of stuff, but mine specifically is with shift. If I was to press C, it would it would silence my main target. Let's see here. Just let him focus, he can be my main target. If I was to just press C by itself, it would target this guy. But if I hold Shift C, it's gonna kick my focus. So watch. See there? So I could be hitting the DPS, whatever. He's almost dead. Next see healer casting a fat heal. Shift C, that dude's kicked, then this guy's dead. Let's see here. Same thing with the Asphyxiate macro I use. Where is it at? Here it is. Choke. Basically, it's the same thing. I could be hitting the damage. Sometimes I will use it on the melee to get him off my healer or whatever. But most of the time I like to save it for setup. So say I'm like, oh, I'm bursting this guy here. It's his DPS. About to burst. The burst. I stun that guy, the healer, and then go to town on this guy and hopefully get a kill. Let's see here. And I do have a pet stun. Here it is. Gnaw. Basically, I use this as an interrupt, another interrupt. If I see a monk trying to get off Shayloon's gift or whatever that heals for shitloads, I have Gnaw 1, 2, and 3 target arena, and then this one is just right here in case I'm already targeting the healer or something. Then I just press Alt 4. But if, like I said, see him casting Shayloon's gift or whatever, depending on where he is on the frames, I'll press F1 through 3, and my pet is going to leap to the monk and gnaw him. The stun does not last long, so that's why I use it as a kick. So it annoys the shit out of him basically, and then if he tries casting it again, I have a focus grip macro. So I don't have, let's say I don't have a kick up, maybe the healer's too far away to cast or kick whatever he's doing. I can actually grip because they can't cast and move, so that will actually interrupt him too. I have that for when I was playing TSG, so they know when to shockwave or whatever for setups. Somebody's at my door, be right back. Alright, sorry about that. So macros. This one used to be when we had Death Coil and Lichborn, where we still have Death Coil, but Lichborn, this is just a heal macro. I think that's just about it for my macros. Chains of Ice. Basically, this is just so I can peel a little bit better. Say I'm hitting the healer. This is DPS. He's trying to get to my healer. I press Shift, mouse button, for me anyway, and that's going to stun, or not stun, but freeze the DPS off of my healer. That's about it. So I guess you know everything now, but let's show you this Mog add-on real quick. Go over here to the Transmog place and show you what Transmog roulette does. So basically I just press this button here and it's going to set me up with a random Mog. Most of the time it's going to look like shit. You can also do it with each piece instead of doing the whole thing. Sorry for interruptions, I'm getting knocks on my doors and phone calls and messages. But yeah, anyway, this is all Transmog roulette does. Yeah guys, that's basically it for the video. Thanks for watching. If this helped you out, like, comment, subscribe. Before I do end the video, I will show you how to write these real quick. This is the Modifier macro. I'll post this in the description so you can get an idea how to write it. But that's it for the video, guys. Look for the modifier shift macro in the description. It will default have mind freeze. And for these macros, it's easy. Just target arena 3, cast the spell, and see you later.